Hello and welcome, my name is Robert Mechura, and I've kind of been hyping this video up. 2 videos ago I said I was going to try and qualify for the Hamline Elite Meet, and then last video was me actually running to try and qualify for that meet, and I told you at the end of that video that I did end up qualifying. So I was originally the 16th seed, a kid scratched out, I became the 15th seed, and I just knew that I was going to be racing against some great competition, a lot of the best runners in the state, and I thought after running 9:48 in the last race that I could go for maybe sub 9:40. So that was my goal going into this race, and I'll commentate over the race and then talk about when some more of my races are and what my goals are for those and just how everything is going. So let's hop straight into the race.
On your mark.
So as I've kind of talked about in my last couple of videos, it was really hard to get into this meet. I thought it was really unlikely, and it was, but 2 days before the meet, I found out when they released the final thing that I was going to be qualifying for it. So I was pretty excited about that, and the reason that it's so hard to get in is because it's all the top runners in the state, but the reason it's just so hard is because it's all the classes combined. So it's single A, double A, triple A, I think, and it's just everyone, so that's not something you get at the state meet because all the classes are separated. But also at the same time, it's not as competitive because less people, I feel like, double in this meet, whereas at state, a lot of people run both the 16 and 32. So in its own ways, it's hard and easier at the same time. So either way, I was really excited to be a part of this meet. And now I just want to talk a little bit about the weather. You may not be able to tell by the video, but there was 17 or to 19-ish mile-per-hour winds. I can't exactly remember. And then the gusts, I could be wrong about this, but I think it was like 35 miles an hour or something. So it was really bad, and it was directly on the home stretch. I feel like in my last racing video, the wind was kind of coming at the side, so I was getting it only a little bit on the turns, which made it not nearly as bad. But this one was on the home stretch, which made it extremely difficult, and it was also raining like sideways at the same time, and it was warm, but the rain and the wind were just really bad, and as you'll see later, I kind of didn't make the best strategic moves, and I was kind of running alone and found myself just by no one at all, so that really also didn't help for the wind. As you can kind of tell by how negative I'm being about this race, you can probably kind of figure out how this race is going to end up going. But they did have fully automatic splits and timing for the race, so I do know my exact splits from like a computer, and so I'll put those up on screen and kind of just let the race play out. And then I mostly just want to talk about quickly what happened in the race, and then mostly just my plans for the future and what other races I'll be in. So the time was obviously not what I wanted. I was like 12 seconds off my goal and like 3.5 seconds even off of a PR. And I was pretty frustrated after that race, but I think I just need to understand that once the first practice of the season happened, we had like 3 weeks in between then and then our first meet. And then I feel like ever since the first meet, it's kind of been just racing, and not really that much time for any workouts. So I even went through a stretch before this where the Hamline Elite Meet was on a Friday, and I had raced last Friday to run the 9:48, and then I raced again on Tuesday, and then again on Friday. So I was just racing a lot, and I felt like there was never really enough time for me to get a solid workout in and to get like a good string of workouts where I could start building fitness again. And we were still in that stage of like tempos and hills before that, and then I just got into this long path of racing, and then I never even got to do a lot of track workouts. So I feel like after this race, I'm currently in the week of solid training where I had 3 great workouts. So I think this is the time where I'm actually going to be able to start making a lot bigger improvements, and I'm going to be racing on Tuesday. Today is actually Saturday, and I'm going to be racing on Tuesday at True Team Sections, where I'm going to be running the 1600 meters. So I feel like I'm a lot more positive about the future, and the way the season played out so far has just been kind of unfortunate, also especially with the bad weather. So right now, I think I'm still pretty positive, and I know I can make really big cut downs in my times in the future. So those were my thoughts on kind of the future of what I'm running and on what I ran in the Hamline Elite Meet. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and obviously it'll be when I've run that 1600 meters. So see you guys later.